It's time to revisit the wizarding world. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 fantastic beasts and where to find them movie facts.
I don't think I'm dreaming.
What gave it away?
I ain't got the brains to make this up.
For this list, we're taking a look at interesting trivia surrounding the latest film set in the Harry Potter universe. Number 10. It's a spin-off.
There's strange things going on all over the city. The people behind this are not like you and me.
Just to clarify up front, Fantastic Beasts isn't a sequel to the Harry Potter saga. It actually takes place several decades before Harry was even born. But the film isn't exactly a prequel either.
What makes Albus Dumbledore so fond of you, Mr. Scamander?
J.K. Rowling, who of course created this highly successful franchise, describes the movie as, quote, an extension of the wizarding world. Functioning as a spin-off, the story follows magizoologist Newt Scamander on a journey to recover a collection of magical creatures, and is the first of 5 films in this new series.
We're going to recapture my creatures before they get hurt. They're currently in alien terrain, surrounded by millions of the most vicious creatures on the planet.
Humans.
Scamander is a character that Harry Potter superfans might remember, as he was first mentioned in the novel The Philosopher's Stone. His character has also surfaced in the Harry Potter screen adaptations, but Fantastic Beasts marks the character's first official appearance, introducing us to another era of wizards.
Welcome to New York.
Number 9. Colin Farrell loves Harry Potter.
I completely promise, Harry. Not gonna risk having another little kid die, am I?
Considering several of his In Bruges co-stars already popped up in the Harry Potter films, it was only a matter of time until Colin Farrell appeared in this franchise as well.
So to be part of that universe, I was kind of always a little bit annoyed that I never got a call.
In Fantastic Beasts, Farrell plays Percival Graves, an Auror, which is basically the magical equivalent of a police officer. As the director of magical security, Graves is assigned with hunting Newt down.
I refuse to bow down any longer.
In an interview with Cinema Blend, the Irish actor discussed why this project piqued his interest. In addition to simply needing the work, Farrell was attracted to J.K. Rowling's imaginative world, which appeals to kids and parents alike. To sweeten the deal, Farrell got to use a, quote, f***ing wand, as he put it.
It can be a little bit embarrassing when maybe certain effects aren't put in yet and nothing is happening.
Number 8. Director David Yates returns.
It seems you could be cooking up a trilogy, maybe. Vicious rumours. We've got Joe's written the second one, which is really exciting.
David Yates is no stranger to this franchise. He initially broke into mainstream popularity when he directed Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Tell them I mean no harm!
I'm sorry, Professor. I must not tell lies.
Yates went on to direct the following 3 Harry Potter films, all of which earned high praise from critics and audiences. Thus, the English filmmaker was a natural choice to helm Fantastic Beasts. Yates is also on board to direct the second entry in this new series, although it hasn't been confirmed if he'll return for the next 3 films.
Done the first one, she's written the second one, she's got ideas for the third one.
In any case, let's hope Yates can work his magic again here. Based on his track record, though, it's probably safe to say that the series is in capable hands.
Must get that fixed.
Anything edible in there?
No.
Number 7. A Second Salem.
No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood.
The Harry Potter series combated topics of bigotry and oppression within the wizarding world. Fantastic Beasts, on the other hand, will delve into how the Muggle community views the magical community.
You wiped his memory, right? The no magic.
The what?
No magic. The non-wizard.
Sorry, we call them muggles.
Wizards and witches face annihilation with the rise of the New Salem Philanthropic Society, also known as the Second Salemers.
Witches, live among us.
This radical group, of course, derives inspiration from the Salem witch trials, during which over 200 individuals were accused of practicing witchcraft.
Are you protecting Satan? Confess, you did see attacking spirits!
No!
It's a prime example of how history often repeats itself in a seemingly never-ending cycle of prejudice.
Witches! Daughters of darkness! Open this door!
Hide the child!
Tensions continue to grow as Newt accidentally loses track of his dangerous creatures, which puts both the magical world and the non-magical world at risk.
Mr. Scamander, do you know anything about the wizarding community in America?
I know that you have rather backwards laws about relations with non-magic people.
Number 6. Alternative casting choices.
Don't panic.
But there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Fantastic Beasts features a spectacular cast, but like in other productions, plenty of other talented performers auditioned. Before Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne was cast as Newt Scamander, the filmmakers considered Nicholas Hoult and the 11th Doctor himself, Matt Smith.
Hello. I'm the Doctor.
Catherine Waterston beat out Kate Upton and Elizabeth Debicki for the part of Tina.
Well, I don't care.
Meanwhile, Saoirse Ronan, Lily Simmons, and Dakota Fanning were all up to play Tina's younger sister, Queenie. But American actress Alison Sudol ultimately landed the role.
Teeny, you brought Matt home.
That's Mr. Scamander. He's lost something I'm going to help him find.
The film additionally stars comedian Dan Fogler as Newt's non-magical friend, Jacob.
Hey, Mr. English guy, I think your egg is hatching.
Fogler faced stiff competition, as Josh Gad and Michael Cera were also in talks. Cera turned down the role, however, to voice Robin in the Lego Batman movie.
Batman? Whoa!
You're darn right, whoa.
Wait, does Batman live in Bruce Wayne's basement?
No, Bruce Wayne lives in Batman's attic.
Number 5. 85 magical species.
Come on, give me a smile.
During Harry's first year at Hogwarts, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is a required textbook that provides a basic introduction to magizoology. The book includes background information regarding 85 magical species discovered throughout the wizarding world.
Just like your suitcase, I think there's much more to you than meets the eye.
It's unknown exactly how many creatures will appear in this big screen adaptation. Based on the trailer footage, though, we can count on seeing Nifflers, House Elves, Billywigs, Akamis, Demiguises, and Thunderbirds. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, as a variety of fantastic beasts escape from Newt's magical briefcase. We can't wait to join Newt on his journey to catch 'em all.
Yesterday, a wizard entered New York with a case. A case full of magical creatures. And unfortunately, some have escaped.
Number 4. J.K. Rowling's screenplay debut.
My heroes are always people who feel themselves to be set apart, stigmatized, or othered.
We all know that J.K. Rowling wrote all 7 books in the main Harry Potter series. But under the pseudonym of Newt Scamander, she also wrote a Fantastic Beasts textbook for the charity Comic Relief. The fictional textbook provided the groundwork for this feature film, which is Rowling's first screenwriting endeavor.
You've known for 24 hours that an unregistered wizard set magical beasts loose in New York?
Yes.
While crafting the screenplay, Rowling received help from director David Yates and Steve Kloves, who adapted a majority of the Harry Potter novels to the silver screen. According to Yates, Rowling has also written the script for the second Fantastic Beasts film, with plans for another 3.
It's something that has implications for the whole wizarding world.
Number 3. The Swooping Evil is coming.
Why would I have to wear something like this?
Because your skull is susceptible to breakage under immense force.
As stated before, this fantasy adventure will have no shortage of magical beings. Of all the Fantastic Beasts we've seen so far, the Swooping Evil has arguably generated the most buzz. As it was never mentioned in any of the previous books or movies, this flying creature will make its Potterverse debut in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. With blue and green wings, this beast resembles a reptile and a butterfly all rolled into one. As its intimidating name suggests, the Swooping Evil can be quite deadly, possessing the ability to suck out brains. On the plus side, its venom can be used to eradicate bad memories. Still, it wouldn't exactly be the ideal house pet.
No human could do what this thing is capable of.
Number 2, set in 1926.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Scamander.
In the Potterverse, Augustus Worm of Obscurus Books assigned Newt Scamander to write Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in 1918. The first edition of this textbook wouldn't be published until 1927, though.
Danger. He senses danger.
The events of this motion picture take place in 1926, 1 year before the textbook goes to print. This sets the film almost 70 years before Harry Potter was introduced to the wizarding world.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
By the time Harry arrived at Hogwarts in 1991, Fantastic Beasts had become a worldwide bestseller in its 52nd edition. We can't wait to see what magic looks like in the Roaring '20s.
Time is running out, Mr. Scamander.
Number 1. History of Magic in North America.
Mr. Scamander, do you know anything about the wizarding community in America? We don't let things loose.
The wizarding world you thought you knew is much larger than you imagined.
Look beyond the surface, and you will find another world.
As a tie-in to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, J.K. Rowling has also written the history of magic in North America. Told in 4 parts, this series covers the Salem witch trials, Native American magic, and the Magical Congress of the United States of America. It additionally discusses the segregation between wizards and no-mages, which is the American equivalent to muggles.
Magical beasts are terrorizing no-mages. When no-mages are afraid, they attack.
As a follow-up to this exclusive series, Rowling released a piece about the Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, the American equivalent to Hogwarts.
Its enchanted stone walls have stood strong through the ages, surviving fearsome battles.
If you haven't read these informative pieces yet, travel to Pottermore and unlock the wizarding world's rich history.
These aren't myths, for the history of America is more amazing than you could ever imagine.
Do you agree with our list? What fun fact has you excited for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I want to be a wizard.